What up, FnAers?
What up, everybody?
So we're finally doing a video on our rat room because we've never done one, and everybody does them because they get more views, I guess, or no, I'm just kidding. We just want to show you what's up with our rat room.
Snake meals are important.
Definitely. Saving money on those snake meals is also important.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're basically turning this into snake food, you're saving money.
And whenever you're basically turning the snake food into, like, snakes, then what you're doing is turning Missouri into super asphalts.
Okay. So these are the smaller containers I use. And I put 2 females in each of these. These are extra large lab rat containers. I think they run right around 40 or 50 bucks each. They come with the lids.
And they all snap on there too?
Yeah, these are real nice for, you know, if you want to be able to transport them or anything like that. That's right. I like them for that. And I also like that I can take the top off and grab them like from the top if I need to. Or with Norwegians, I'm not as paranoid, but with ASFs, I'm a little more paranoid about reaching in when they're facing me, just because I haven't had them as long. But so I'm still tail handling the ASFs. But here's the colony we got. One of the colonies of ASFs. Getting ready to split these up into 2 to 3 colonies.
Yep.
We got a bunch of little babies in the corner back there.
Whole bunches of them.
They basically look like big mice. And there's another colony we got going.
Desert field mice.
And we do have one.
Shout out to Bomb Projects.
Got one colony of just regular mice. Like to keep all the ones that have like the cow black and white spot patterns and whatnot.
Bunch of silky cows.
Yeah. For the finicky eaters, and like we were doing mouse hoppers for our hatchlings, but we might be just switching over to ASFs for our collection and for people who want to have their stuff on ASFs that they buy off of us and whatnot.
Right. Definitely seeing people's ASFs growing, like people using ASFs.
Right.
Like the amount of people have been growing.
They're supposed to be higher in protein, like 100 gram ASF is supposed to be higher in protein than a Norwegian. So.
Right.
And let's see,
the bucket system?
The ones I use, so these are all racks I built. That this is PVC, but I would, if I had to do it again, I wouldn't do PVC again. I'd probably just stick with wood. Wood's a lot more sturdier.
Especially for the leg scenario.
Yeah, definitely do wood for the legs. But I mean, if you are the type that likes to keep everything clean, we kind of let stuff go. Like this room gets dusty as hell from the pine shavings, and the food itself creates dust, and not to mention in the wintertime when the furnace is running, it just dries out everything.
Right.
So there's dust on everything. But if you wanted, the nice thing about PVC is you can hose it down and it's waterproof, but the metal part is not waterproof, so I don't know how much you'd want to hose it down anyway, because that would probably just rust out eventually. Right. So if I had to do it over again, I'd just stick with wood. And I use, these are Freedom Breeder FB70 tubs. These are the smaller size. These are just like the FB70 snake tubs with just no cup holder, because obviously the rats could have a starting point to chew their way through the tub at that point.
Right.
Never had any issues with the rats chewing through these tubs, or
they seem to be great.
I was gonna say, this guy washes them, so he usually he would see.
I've never seen teeth marks or nothing really.
Nice.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's the size. I'll put 3 females in one of these. Like I put 2 in those smaller cages. I actually have one colony where I had 2 colonies of 3, and they both lost one at the same time. So I just kept them together. So I actually do have 4 females in one of these, and they've been doing fine. So I think you can get away with 4 females in one of these, as long as if they have a bunch of babies, you do want to probably cull some of them out, like at pup or wean size, because by the time they all get up to wean and small size, it's going to be a madhouse.
Right.
I use these ones here. These are Freedom Breeder FB80 tubs. They're 2 inches taller than these ones.
And they have a little handle on
Yeah,
front.
got a little handle. I use these ones for when I'm pairing the males to the females, because what I do is I pair the males for 3 weeks to usually 2 colonies of females. If I don't have 2 available, but I have 1, I'll do one like this guy's in with just 1 colony. This one's in with 2 though. That's our male right there in this one. His name's Norm. He's big boy. And he's got basically another week left with them, and then I'll separate the 2 colonies because I have them descriptive on like what they look like, so I can remember which ones go with what. And I'll separate them into their own containers to have their babies in that. And the other reason I use this big container is if the babies get up to wean small size and I'm growing them up to medium, the bigger container's better so you can fit more bedding in there, and it also is a little higher so it's harder for them to jump out in that, because I used to have them in these things and with the bedding up to here or whatever, it's so easy for them to just jump right out. So, and water bucket system, we have to fill this one sometimes like after 5 days, because
it's actually connected to
this
whole rack.
3 racks that it's feeding,
and then this one.
So we got, but I mean that's better than we used to do this whole thing.
Oh man,
this going into every single, and yeah, forget
please
that.
People, save yourself some time.
Yeah. Those bottles and each nozzle leaked more than any of these.
Oh man,
we've had maybe to replace 3 out of all of these.
And it's never really flooded either. It's only been just a couple inches of water.
Like maybe that much water in a tub, and we'll catch it. You can smell it usually, because it makes the bedding stink.
It definitely does.
And then we get our parts. I think it's like reptilesupplies.com, or it's
Teas and nipples.
But yeah, you can get like deals. I think I got like 30 of everything for like $30. It was cheap.
Right.
So then we always got backup parts for.
We've got a bunch of extra
leaking.
hose as well.
Right.
And why is that one guy in his own container?
Oh, he's getting a week off.
That's Dr. Phil.
Yeah, it's Dr. Phil.
He's got slick bottom shoes on. He is running nowhere.
He's a gentleman. But yeah, every once in a while I just don't have females that need to be paired, so usually there's a male that'll get a week off, and try to give them all like a week off here and there. So we use Missouri food. I think I showed that at the beginning. I do use 2 different types of bedding. So the one you guys might all be familiar with is this one, because you can get it at Tractor Supply.
Yep.
This is the more this isn't the finest stuff they have. They have stuff that's kind of like this.
Yeah, it's chunky,
it's more chunk, and I like this because this helps them like when they're trying to make nests and stuff. They really like this chunkier stuff.
Underneath the stuff.
But the chunkier stuff doesn't capture the urine and the smell as good as this finer stuff.
Right.
But the bad stuff about the finer stuff is it's dustier. So you have to.
Definitely dustier.
What I like to do is spray it down a little bit. I'll spray it as I'm taking it out to moisten it so it's not so dusty.
Right.
And then I figure as they're peeing and pooping on it, it keeps it moist anyway. So.
And it's the same stuff Hardwick uses too.
Yeah. Chris Hardwick uses that, but I don't think you'll be able to get that unless you're in Colorado. I'm pretty sure it's a Colorado thing.
It might be.
Oh no, Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Oh.
Okay, so they might be
probably
distributing to everywhere around Wyoming. I don't know.
Right.
But Tractor Supply does sell like a finer stuff like this. I just don't like it because it seems like it's got more dirtiness to it or something. There's like different. It's just, I don't know. This stuff's really clean. Like there is nothing but wood shavings in there. And like the Tractor Supply stuff, you get like a lot of black dots and almost looks like bugs or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's about it for our rat room. We got like probably around 100 breeder females in here. So, and anything that we don't feed off, like we feed mostly frozen thawed because we got a big freezer here, so we can basically feed at our leisure. We also got a freezer outside, so we only have
and not just being that we're in Colorado.
Right. Yeah, we only have a few that are on live, so.
Right.
And it's always nice to have live though for if they're being picky.
Somebody
eaters,
gets picky or whatever.
Sometimes
Right.
live's better, you know. You can just throw one in the tub, wait 15 minutes, and come back and check on it, you know.
But it's nice to have other people's snakes on frozen thawed though, because it seems to be a lot of the new people like the frozen thawed.
Right.
And then like
if they want live, it's easy enough to go back to live.
Yeah.
If it'll take a frozen thawed, it'll take a live.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions or
Please,
anything like that,
questions and comments down below.
Heck yeah. Have a good one, everyone.
Peace.